Okay, we are live for story time. So today we are going to have Franklin in the dark, and Franklin plays the game, and we will have our "Are you ready for a story" song and our goodbye alligator song. It is Thursday morning, and I think we are supposed to get snow this afternoon. So probably a good time. We can all check out the Storytime tonight with Dolly Parton on the web. That would be cool. She's a longtime literacy advocate for kiddos, and so that will be great. But yeah, lots of reading activities for kids on the web these days. I think that's great because that's Look, my youngest is a preschooler, and that's all you need, really. You need about 4 or 5 hours outside, draining the energy, and then, however long until they fall asleep, reading to them, and their little brains and bodies just grow and grow. So that's awesome. So, all right. I have not received any messenger requests about books, so I'm assuming you mom and dads are happy with what we're reading. If there's something you want specifically, please send us a message on the Facebook Messenger and ask for the specific books you would like to hear read, and we will get that done for you. And then, we'll just work it in, and we'll do this for as long as we're doing it, I guess. It's just kind of a new way of things happening, so that works. So 10 o'clock. Good morning, Kelsey. All right, good morning, Kelsey. Have you guys already been outside playing before the snow hits us this afternoon? We start our day early here. My son is an extrovert, and so we start early. He seems to need the minimal amount of sleep, and he's just off and going. And so we've been up and going for a few, 3.5 hours now. And he's still off. He's running. He's busy. He's not going to join us for story time today because he had excessive energy. And last Tuesday we saw that didn't work out very well. So he's off playing with his brother. So, all right. So we've got Kelsey. Who else have we got? I see that we've got 2 little eyeballs. I wonder who all is joining us. And again, I don't know if you guys heard it, how when everybody's little eyeballs popped in there, I wasn't looking. Dolly Parton reading bedtime stories to kiddos this evening. So I would check in, Google that on Facebook or whatnot, and see how you can connect to that. But that should be fun. She is a longtime literacy advocate for kiddos. Everybody in her area, like every child, doesn't matter your age, every child gets an age-appropriate book every year. And she's been doing that for years and years. So some of these kids who got books are now adults and have kids of their own. She's on it. So, okay, so Cindy, you are at work at Aurora. Awesome. Are you one of the essential folks are you in like a bank or something like that? Because, one of my sons is he's an essential worker. He's an electrician in Colorado Springs, and so he's going to work every day doing his thing, and I just tell him to wash his hands. Just wash your hands a lot. So, awesome. We'll give this, let's see, it's 10:05 by my clock. So, we will start our song. And of course, Chelsea and I have different get it started songs, but hopefully you guys are learning mine. So, are you ready for a story? Clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, then your head will surely know it. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, rub your tummy. If you're ready for a story, rub your tummy. If you're ready for a story, then your head will surely know it. If you're ready for a story, rub your tummy. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, then your head will surely know it. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. All right. Healthcare. Wow. Thank you for still going to work. That, I don't know. I deal well with my kids' owies. I don't know if I do well with everybody else's owies. So I applaud people who can do that. That is a hard job. My cousin is a nurse, and that's a hard job. So all right. So now that we've done our Are You Ready song, we're gonna hop right into Franklin in the Dark, and hopefully you guys can see the book okay. Hi Jamie and all your guys. Nice. Okay. Franklin could slide down a riverbank all by himself. He could count forwards and backwards. He could even zip zippers and button buttons. But Franklin was afraid of small, dark places. And that was a problem because I guess I need to back you guys up so you can see both pages. Franklin was a turtle. He was afraid of crawling into his small, dark shell, and so Franklin the turtle dragged his shell behind him. Look at that. He's got it on like a little leash. Every night, Franklin's mother would take a flashlight and shine it into his shell. "See," she would say, "there's nothing to be afraid of." She always said that. She wasn't afraid of anything. But Franklin was sure that creepy things, slippery things, and monsters lived inside his small dark shell. Look at that, what he's imagining. So Franklin went looking for help. He walked until he met a duck. "Excuse me, duck. I'm afraid of small dark places and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," quacked the duck. "You see, I'm afraid of very deep water. Sometimes when nobody is watching, I wear my water wings. Would my water wings help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of water." So Franklin walked and walked until he met a lion. "Excuse me, lion. I'm afraid of small dark places and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," roared the lion. "You see, I'm afraid of great loud noises. And sometimes, when nobody's looking, I wear my earmuffs. Would my earmuffs help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of great loud noises." So Franklin walked and walked and walked until he met a bird. "Excuse me, bird. I'm afraid of small dark places and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," chirped the bird. "I'm afraid of flying so high that I get dizzy and fall to the ground. Sometimes when nobody is looking, I pull my parachute. Would my parachute help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of flying high and getting dizzy." So Franklin walked and walked and walked and walked until he met a polar bear. "Excuse me, polar bear. I'm afraid of small dark places and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," growled the bear. "You see, I'm afraid of freezing on icy cold nights.
Sometimes when nobody is looking, I wear my snowsuit to bed. Would my snowsuit help you?"
"No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of freezing on icy cold nights." Franklin was tired and hungry. He walked and walked and walked until he met his mother. "Oh, Franklin, I was so afraid you were lost." "You were afraid? I didn't know mothers were ever afraid," said Franklin. "Well, did you find some help?" "No, I met a duck who was afraid of deep water." She said. "Then I met a lion who was afraid of great loud noises." She said. "And then I met a bird who was afraid of falling and a polar bear who was afraid of freezing." "Oh," she said, "they were all afraid of something." Said Franklin. It was getting late. Franklin was very tired and very hungry. They walked and walked until they were home. You see him pulling his shell? Franklin's mother gave him a cold supper and a warm hug, and then she sent him off to bed. "Good night, dear," she said. Well, Franklin knew what he had to do. He crawled right inside his small dark shell. He was sure he saw creepy things, slippery things, and a monster. But he said a brave "Good night." And then, when he thought nobody was looking, Franklin the Turtle turned on his nightlight. Because everybody has a way to deal with what they're afraid of. Good morning, Chelsea. All right, so our next book is Franklin Plays the Game. Franklin could slide down a riverbank. He could tie his shoes and count by twos. He could walk to Bear's house all by himself. But Franklin couldn't kick a soccer ball straight. That was a problem because Franklin wanted to be the best player on his team. Franklin loved soccer. He liked the running and the dribbling. He especially liked the uniforms. He wore his purple and yellow jersey and matching shin pads even when he wasn't playing soccer. Sometimes he slept with his soccer ball and dreamed of scoring goals. Before every game, Franklin practiced in the park. He kicked the ball with the inside of his foot again and again. He did warm-up stretches and cool-down walks. Still, Franklin had trouble. He couldn't run very fast, even without a soccer ball between his feet. And when Franklin kicked the ball, it never went where he intended. Goose watched Franklin's ball fly into the bushes. "I'll never score a goal," said Franklin sadly. "Neither will I," said Goose. "I keep forgetting the rule that says I can't use my wings unless I'm the goalkeeper. Everybody gets mad at me." Goose showed Franklin how wide her wings stretched. Beaver was watching too. "And I'll never score a goal," she said, "because my tail is so long and heavy that it drags me down." She ran for a bit. Franklin and Goose could see the problem. "No wonder we never win any games," grumbled Franklin. It was true. Franklin's team had not won a game all season. Bear's team won every game. Losing didn't bother Coach. She said the same thing before each game. "Let's have fun out there." Losing didn't bother Franklin's parents, who shouted, "Nice try," whenever Franklin got the ball. But it bothered Franklin a lot. "What's wrong?" asked Franklin's father. "I'll never score a goal," answered Franklin. "But you try and you have fun," said Franklin's father. "That's the important thing." Franklin nodded. That's what all the grown-ups said. But he really wanted everybody to cheer for him. He wanted to score a goal. It wasn't only Franklin who felt that way. Each of Franklin's friends wanted to score a goal. But the harder they tried, the worse they played. Franklin forgot where to stand. Goose forgot what to do. Whenever the ball came to Franklin's teammates, they rushed towards it. Players tripped over feet and tails and long ears. They crashed into a heap. Coach helped untangle the players. You have to work together as a team. You have to share the ball. But it wasn't easy to do. Their team lost again. It made the players feel very sad. Franklin huddled inside his shell. Beaver tucked in her tail, and Goose folded her wings. The other team crossed the field to shake hands. "Nice try," said Bear. Franklin didn't come out of his shell. Bear bounced the soccer ball up and down. "Come on out, Franklin," said Bear. Franklin poked out his head. At that moment, Bear's ball was coming up. Franklin bounced the ball off the top of his head, and it went flying straight to Goose. She spread her wings. "Saved!" Franklin shouted. Beaver was so excited that he flapped his tail up and down. "That's it!" cried Franklin. "What's it?" asked Bear. Franklin smiled at Beaver and Goose. "I think I know how we can score goals," he said, patting his head. "But it will take some teamwork." Every day until the next game, Franklin and the team practiced in the park. Coach helped them work on a special play. They giggled and laughed and dribbled and bounced. They played in the rain and slid in the mud. One day Bear came by. "What are you doing?" he asked. "Just having fun," said Franklin. He could hardly wait until the next game. It was time for the final game. The teammates huddled together. "Let's show them what we can do," said Franklin. But within the first minutes of the game, Bear's team scored a goal. "Team," said Coach, "it's time for your special play." Goose went into the goal. She used her wings as much as she wanted and made 3 spectacular saves. The crowd cheered. Goose spotted Franklin on the field and tossed the ball to him. It landed on Franklin's head. One strong bob, and Franklin sent the ball soaring to Beaver. With a swish of her tail, Beaver passed the ball to Rabbit. He lifted his big foot and kicked the ball into the net. Franklin's team scored! The teammates jumped for joy and hugged one another, and for the rest of the game they played their best. Franklin even headed the ball twice, but nobody on his team scored again. Bear's team scored one more time to win the game. Coach gave all her players a ribbon. "You should be proud of yourselves," she said. "You worked hard as a team. You all helped score that goal." Franklin's parents invited the team out for a treat. "Why?" asked Franklin. "Our team didn't win." "You look like winners to us," said his father. Franklin had to agree. They were tired and dirty and happy. Sure signs of a winning team. And that is the end of our Franklin stories. So we have, I guess we've dwindled a little bit. So we have our goodbye song to do. And I have my words this time, so we're all good. So we're going to say, to the tune of Clementine, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Everybody got that tune? "See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish, see you soon. Big baboon, out the door, dinosaur, take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. All right. Hope you guys watch this again and again and have fun. And everybody stay warm with the snow this afternoon and evening. And I will see you guys again on Tuesday. Miss Chelsea will be here tomorrow at 10 for our Friday story time. So we will all check in and see what good things she has for us. And until then, bye-bye, guys.